The Toyota 4Runner is one of the most iconic SUVs in automotive history, known for blending rugged off-road capability with everyday practicality. Since its debut in 1984, the 4Runner has evolved through 6 generations, staying true to its tough, go-anywhere roots while adapting to the changing demands of drivers around the world. Over more than 4 decades, this midsize SUV has become increasingly highway-friendly, yet it continues to deliver serious off-road performance thanks to its body-on-frame construction, 4-wheel drive capability, and ample ground clearance. Few vehicles feel just as at home pulling into a Whole Foods parking lot as they do conquering Devil's Peak in Baja California, but the 4Runner pulls it off with ease. The original 4Runner was essentially a Toyota Hilux pickup with a removable fiberglass rear shell, an optional rear bench seat, and a roll-down rear window. It offered truck-like utility with a dash of commuter practicality. With a hardtop installed, the 2-door cabin provided decent highway comfort, while solid axles, front and rear, gave it impressive off-road capability. In 1986, Toyota introduced an independent front suspension to improve on-road dynamics. Powertrains were modest, starting with a 2.4-liter inline-4 making just 96 horsepower. Later models featured fuel injection and an optional turbo, but even the top-tier 150-horsepower V6, introduced in 1988, struggled on steep incline. Still based on the Hilux, the second-generation 4Runner began to distinguish itself with a 4-door body and a fixed roof. Though a 2-door variant was available until 1993, the 4-door quickly became the popular choice. This generation swapped rear leaf springs for coil springs, improving ride comfort. Power came from a 150-horsepower 3.0-liter V6, though the performance was still underwhelming. 0 to 60 miles per hour took a leisurely 15.7 seconds. The third-gen 4Runner embraced its identity as a suburban SUV while keeping its off-road roots intact. It featured rack and pinion steering, coil spring front suspension, and a body-on-frame structure unique from the Tacoma. Off-roaders appreciated the part-time 4-wheel drive system and optional electronic locking rear differential. Under the hood was either a 150-horsepower 2.7-liter inline-4 or a more capable 183-horsepower 3.4-liter V6, which cut the 0 to 60 miles per hour time to 10.0 seconds. A manual transmission remained an option until 2001. The 4th generation brought more power and refinement. It was the largest, heaviest, and most luxurious 4Runner to date, and also the most powerful. A 2005 model equipped with the optional 270 horsepower V8 sprinted to 60 miles per hour in just 7.2 seconds. Interior space increased for both front and rear passengers. While it leaned more toward on-road comfort, the 4th-gen 4Runner remained trail-ready. V6 models featured part-time 4-wheel drive, while V8 versions came with full-time 4-wheel drive and a torsion center differential for improved traction. What made the 5th-gen 4Runner special wasn't what it added, but what it kept. At a time when most SUVs had moved to unibody construction, the 4Runner stayed true to its roots with a body-on-frame chassis. Retro features like a manual transfer case lever and cloth seats gave it an old-school charm. The engine lineup included a 4-cylinder and a V6, with the latter powering a 2022 model to 60 miles per hour in 7.7 seconds. Despite its aging design, it introduced off-road technologies such as terrain modes, crawl control, and hydraulic anti-roll systems. This generation had the longest production run, receiving only one major refresh in 2014. The newest 4Runner brings major advancements, including the first-ever hybrid powertrain and an 8-speed automatic transmission. Limited and platinum trims now offer adaptive dampers for improved road comfort, while off-road focused models come with 33-inch all-terrain tires, a locking rear differential, and upgraded suspension. Even with its modern updates, the 6th generation 4Runner retains its core, body-on-frame construction, available 4-wheel drive with low-range gearing, a solid rear axle, and the beloved roll-down rear window. In many ways, it's a thoroughly modern SUV that hasn't forgotten where it came from. From a no-frills utility vehicle to a refined yet rugged SUV, the Toyota 4Runner has stood the test of time. Whether commuting through city streets or tackling remote trails, it remains one of the most dependable and capable SUVs on the market.